Is Kylian Mbappé turning to a fraud, or will he be scoring against Arsenal in the next game? Kylian Mbappé has been a topic of discussion lately here in Real Madrid. He just got a red card against Alaves, and now Kylian Mbappé is getting one match ban. Kylian Mbappé, one of the most awaited transfers for Real Madrid, the man every Madridista waited for to sign for many, many years, is now here, and he hasn't lived up to his expectations according to many fans. Some people, not some people, many Madridistas expected Kylian Mbappé to be top goal scorer for Real Madrid, to be head and shoulders above Lewandowski, to score many goals as possible, maybe even win the Ballon d'Or, make Real Madrid go through in the UCL in the easy way. Everyone expected that from Kylian Mbappé, but Kylian Mbappé, is he a fraud, or is he a great player or a Real Madrid legend? That's the question we want to find out. Kylian Mbappé, as I can see this season, has been the top goal scorer in Real Madrid. He has scored many goals, actually, that are important against smaller clubs in La Liga. But when it comes to the bigger teams, he hasn't been that good. And let's be honest, he has had a lot of 1v1 situations with the goalkeeper he has missed. And some people say that Kylian Mbappé is not a striker. This man has adapted to a new country, a new language, a new league, a new manager, and a new position. And actually, can we blame Kylian Mbappé after that? Can we blame him for that? Is that his fault, or is it the manager's fault? Because the Kylian Mbappé we saw in PSG used to play as a left winger, and now he's playing as a striker. And the problem with Kylian Mbappé as a striker is that he's not used to that position. He can't make those necessary runs and attacks that a typical striker would do. And that's the hard part for Kylian Mbappé. That makes him harder to play as a striker. The reason he's not scoring many goals like Karim Benzema did is because this guy is not a natural striker. Karim Benzema was flexible. He could play as a left winger and he could play as a striker. But that's the main difference between those two players. Karim Benzema was an actual striker, but Kylian Mbappé is not. That is the problem. And now, Real Madrid are playing against Arsenal very soon, in a day and a half. The question is, will Kylian Mbappé step up? Will he be the savior? Will he shine bright like a diamond? Will he live up to the hype? Will he actually prove his point? Kylian Mbappé was signed to Real Madrid for a reason, and some people say that they want Kylian Mbappé shine in a setting like this, in a quarterfinal, in a must-win situation. Now, the time is now. Will Kylian Mbappé shine? Will Kylian Mbappé handle the pressure, or will he let the pressure get to his head? That's the question I want you guys to answer. Is Kylian Mbappé the right man to save Real Madrid from Arsenal? Can he score those 2 goals that are important, or 3 goals, in order to send Real Madrid to the semifinals? But he won't do it against Bilbao because he is actually banned for 1 game, but he will be back for the Copa del Rey final. Kylian Mbappé is a guy who has done a lot for Real Madrid this season. Even though he hasn't stepped up in big games, he still has scored a lot of goals that are important. He might be the reason Real Madrid is still in the La Liga top 2 right now, if I'm going to be honest. Because those goals against Villarreal were important, if I'm going to be honest. But the question is, will Kylian Mbappé step up? Will he prove the doubters, the haters, the naysayers wrong? Because Kylian Mbappé has a lot of people, a lot of Real Madrid fans especially, who are against him, who think that this guy won't do anything. But now the question is, Will Kylian Mbappé step up against Arsenal? Will he step up? Will Kylian Mbappé step up? That's what I want to know. Kylian Mbappé is a real good player, but if he wants to take his career to the next level, he must prove the haters wrong. And of course, like the video if you think Kylian Mbappé is not a fraud. And of course, make sure to notify, share it with your friends and family, and of course, subscribe to Madridista Central. And I'll see you in my next video. Hala Madrid, ya nada más. Bye bye.